All right, Illinois, Iowa. So Illinois wins, share the Big Ten title. Thanks to Nebraska. Nebraska beating Wisconsin. So first half, Illinois couldn't make any buckets. Pretty bad shooting effort. No defense. Second half, got to come out, play. Obviously, play a lot differently. Hello, Charles. All right. So let's see what happens. All right. So this is the last home game for the seniors, and this is for a share of the Big Ten title. So when you take into account your last home game and it is for the share of the Big Ten title, you have to really wonder why the senior, 5-year senior, Trent Frazier only has 2 points. And DeMonte was 6 points, which for him, that's what more could you ask for from him, right? After last game, led all scorers. Nice block by Coleman. All right, Illinois trying to get back into it. Tell you what, nice play by Iowa to get rejected and get the ball back. Nice play by him. All right, so let's do something. All right, we gotta see, we gotta see Trent Frazier do something here now. This is Trent Frazier's last game at home, and you want to see him do something before he goes. Senior night for Illinois, last home game for the seniors. Trent Frazier, 5 years with the Illini. He's shown great loyalty to the program. That's what I'll remember most about Trent Frazier, his loyalty to the program. Other than that, he'll go down as the most overrated player in modern Illinois history. Can't believe how many people think his jersey should be retired. And then another thing I want to put a stop to real quick to the people on Twitter. Stop bringing up Trent Frazier's overall stats when he's played 5 years. Those are 5-year total stats. Stop comparing 5 years to 4 years to 3 years to 2 years to 1 year. I don't know how many times I get on Twitter and have to remind people Trent Frazier has a 5th year under his belt. That's a whole season of stats to add to his career. Take that 5th year away, it's nothing. So people need to stop doing that stuff, really. So Trent Frazier, most overrated player in modern history that I can remember. Um, Alfonso Plummer, he'll end up shooting the most, making the most threes in the Big Ten. Um, so I guess he could say that for himself. Overall, though, overall, um, overall, just disappointed, disappointed with his season. Overall, I'm just a little bit disappointed. Demonte Williams, 5 years with Illinois and has not gotten any better. Um, Overall, very disappointing career. And it's too bad that Jacob Grierson couldn't play. He was he's had his little moments, but overall, Jacob Granderson, a completely forgettable player. No one you will ever remember. All right, so Illinois has to win this game and then go to the Big Ten tournament and see what happens then. All right, the Big East. Providence is number one in the Big East. Oh, okay. All right, Plummer nailing his free throws. That's good. All right, Brad Underwood got into Alfonso Plummer on the sideline and trying to inspire Alfonso Plummer to, get out there and make something happen. Omar Payne playing inspired defense until that happened. He he tried. He did. Omar Payne did try. I give him credit. He tried. He just got, that other player is just better than him. That's all. Yeah, I wish you could make those wide open threes. Well, you got to box out. You got lucky on that. Let's go. Trent Frazier needs to get hot. This is his last game at home. I'd like to see Trent Frazier catch fire, score 12 points in 5 minutes. He just can't buy a bucket tonight. He just can't buy a bucket. Oh man. All right. Illinois is shooting 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. That's 88%. I'll take it. 29% from three. I would like to see them go away from the three pointers and get to that rim and get the foul. Go to the free throw line. All right, Illinois fans. We don't have too many more games left to enjoy of Illinois basketball. So definitely enjoy the last what you got today. Then you got the Big Ten tournament, then in the NCAA tournament. So it's only a handful of games left for the season. All right, Iowa. They came to win. And if Illinois loses this game, look no further than Trent Frazier, the greatest guard in America, according to delusional Illinois fans. Trent Frazier, the greatest guard in the country, has 2 points. So you can blame this score on him. He's not carrying his weight as he mostly never does. Oh my gosh, good thing they got that bad pass. I said it before, I'll say it again. This is without a doubt, the worst Big Ten season as far as teams I've seen in recent history. This is a bad Illinois team. It's a bad Wisconsin team, and the fact that they could be sharing a Big Ten title is really incredible. College basketball is just down this year. Every team is horrible. You see Gonzaga lose to St. Mary. You see Duke getting blown out by North Carolina. You see Nebraska beating Wisconsin. Um, college basketball is down. Every team is bad. There's no great team. There's not even a good team. It's just a bunch of average teams at best playing. Anybody could win it. There should be no favorite. They had the nerve to have Auburn ranked number one at one point during the season, which is laughable. So, but still, with all that said, I don't see Illinois with a chance. They have no chance of winning a title. Offensively, they're too challenged. They're just too challenged. You'll have nights where Trent Frazier won't score, and you can't have that in a tournament. You can't win in a tournament when you have your fifth year senior getting 2 points in a game. You just can't win like that. And you don't have anyone picking up the slack. But I do hope Trent Frazier can catch fire, man. I hope he can get hot. All right, let's make the free throw. I hope Illinois doesn't lose this game. It's senior night. You have a chance to share a Big Ten title. This is a huge game. This is a huge game. I mean, if you win this game, you get a share of the regular season title. This is a huge game. And with that huge game, what are you getting for that? Trent Frazier with 2 points? That's just not acceptable. That's just a lucky shot. Nothing you can do. Iowa and Wisconsin. Iowa and Wisconsin have the most corniest players in college basketball. They have to be. Iowa and Wisconsin. If they aren't the most corniest looking basketball players you've ever seen in your life, I don't know who is. Like it's you just look at the Iowa players. I mean, these guys are corny as can be, just like Wisconsin players. All right, Trent. All right, Trent. I want you to score, buddy. Give it to RJ, man. Are you blind? Are you blind? I've been. No one has been more honest and harder on Trent Frazier than I have, as anyone could tell you. Everyone knows I just give it to you straight about Trent Frazier. Um, but I do hope he scores right now, though. I hope he can get hot and score. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this guy who's dedicated his life to Illinois 5 seasons, and then he only has 2 points. He's probably like one in 15 from the floor. 1 of 7. I would have thought he's 1 out of 15 from the floor, but 1 out of 7. With that said, I do want him to catch fire. I want him to score like 15 points in 12 minutes. I hate to see Trent Frazier do this badly. At home, senior night, chance to win the Big Ten, share the Big Ten title. Um, I just don't want to see this. I don't want to see him do this. Um, I mean, this would be the second game in a row. Now, I'm about to say something that is absolutely mind blowing. Yep, he should have been. I'm about to say something that's mind blowing. Whenever Demonte Williams outscores you, you had a horrible game and you're in danger. Trent Frazier has been outscored by Demonte Williams in the last 2 games. That is pathetic. That would make me want to think about. I would reevaluate my life as a basketball player. If I'm Trent Frazier, I'm going to look in the mirror and cry. Demonte Williams has outscored him in the last 2 games. That should make you cry at night. It should make you question, what are you doing as a player? Where did it go so wrong? Kenosha, I have been demanding he play the freshman since the very beginning. I am sick and tired of seeing. I don't want to see Trent Frazier, Alfonso Plummer, Demonte Williams, Jacob Granderson. I don't want to see them play. I've seen them play. I know what they are. And they're not good enough to win anything. They're not good enough to win in the tournament. So move on. I want to see the freshman. And the good thing about it, next year he won't have a choice. Brad, I hate to play freshman Underwood, will not have a choice in the matter. He'll have to play the sophomores. He'll have to play the freshmen. And I can't wait to see it. Dude, if I was head coach, I'm telling you, RJ, Luke, and Brandon will be playing over Jacob, um, DeMonte, um, easily. There you go. But you know what RJ has to do? RJ Melendez has to tell his teammates, give me the ball. He's got to have the confidence in his game to say, give me the ball and get out of my way. Illinois desperately needs a hero. They need someone who could demand the ball and make something happen. And, give RJ a chance to be that player then. Just give it to RJ and get out of his way. Man, Illinois, dude, the fact that Illinois can share a Big Ten title with Wisconsin, That just goes to tell you how bad the Big Ten is, how bad college basketball is. This is a bad Illinois team. I mean, this is a terrible Illinois team. This is such a bad team. They can't shoot. They can't. They can't hang on to the ball. There's nothing this team does good. No one can tell me one thing this team does good. Not one. They're not good at anything. They don't get many assists. They turn the ball over a lot. Overall, they're a bad free throw shooting team, bad 3-point shooting team. Their offense sucks. Um, it's just not a good team. It's a bad team. And that just goes to show you how bad the Big Ten Conference is this year. Just shows you how bad it is. Somebody's got to score. I mean, anybody. Does anybody want to score? Anybody? This is why I can't. I just can't take this, man. This whole thing of what, like, no one can score but Kofi. Let's just wait to try to get Kofi the ball because we don't have any scores. RJ should never pass that ball out. Dude, this is silly. This is silly. Oh my gosh, get Coleman Hawkins out of here. Get Coleman Hawkins out of here. Transfer out. Transfer out. Get out. Get out. Go away. Go away. Coleman Hawkins, I demand you transfer. I demand you transfer out immediately. Gosh, this team is horrible. Man, this team is horrible. I mean horrible. Cause you know why? You know why he missed that dunk? Cause instead of dunking like a man, he dunked it like a woman. He went to dunk that like he was a woman. He didn't dunk that like a man. He dunked that like a woman, and that's why he missed. He that was a delicate attempt at dunking. He was so delicate. He was so feminine when he went up there to dunk it. That's why he missed it. Coleman Hawkins doesn't. Coleman Hawkins is a feminine. He's a feminine type dude. He can't play good basketball because he's too feminine. He doesn't have it in him. He could never slam on anybody. He could never be aggressive. He's just too delicate. He's too sensitive. So he's got to go. I know a lot of people on Twitter think Coleman Hawkins is going to be really good. I'm not one of those people. I'm sorry to tell you. Coleman Hawkins ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. He ain't going to be nothing. Period. He's not a Big Ten player. Period. He's a Division II player. That's what he is. We gotta get Trent Frazier going, man. Keegan Murray, Tony Perkins, the only two people scoring really for them. And then now they're being out rebounded. They can't rebound right now. 36% from three, 19 attempts. Iowa 7 out of 15. They're 7 out of 19. That sucks. Somebody's got to score it in this game. Well, I've been calling Illinois' offense inconsistent and pathetic this whole season. And it's so true. But you know what, you get on Twitter, you go on Twitter. Illinois fans will tell you on Twitter, that Trent Frazier, who is the most inconsistent offensive player on the team, they'll tell you his jersey should be retired. They'll tell you he's the greatest player ever. It drives me crazy, man. Trent Frazier is the most inconsistent offensive player on that team. That dude, how many games has he scored 0 or 2 points this season? I mean, how many times has he done it? It's unbelievable. Demonte Williams is going to outscore him for the second time in a row, which that's all I got to say. That's just drop the mic. All you got to say, Trent, Demonte Williams outscored you 2 times in a row, and then just walk away. What is on? What they? Oh, equality. There is equality. You can be anything in this country and be successful. What are you talking about? These people are, man, I'm tired of stupid people, dude. People are so stupid. You can be anything in this country, and you can be anybody and do anything in this country. Anything. Anyone could do anything. America, greatest country on planet Earth. Well, Illinois players can't post worth anything. They don't work on the post up at Illinois. Little spaghetti. Are sports rigged? Pro sports? Well, okay, I'll tell you this much. When the Sacramento Kings played the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoffs years ago, do I believe the referees were encouraged by the league to get the Lakers into the finals for ratings, and therefore the referees cheated the Sacramento Kings? Did I watch those games with my own eyes? Absolutely, and yes, they did. If you watch the Sacramento Kings Los Angeles Lakers seasons or playoff series that happened a few years ago, it is beyond obvious the referees cheated the Sacramento Kings because they wanted the Lakers in the finals. It was so obvious to anyone with eyes. Do I believe that happens? Absolutely. It's all about money. If there's a team who can't make any money, and then you have a team that can make lots of money, without a doubt, they're gonna do what they can to make it happen. And in baseball, football, money, money can make anything happen. It's just, that's always been the case. So now, as far as players themselves, do I think pro players play with? I don't. Now that would be really tough. I can't. I don't know, man. I don't know if players would be doing it. Um, I don't know if players themselves will be doing it because they already make enough money. NBA players get so much money they don't need money. So it's not like back in the old days when they weren't making that kind of money, that was easy. But nowadays players get paid so much they're not hurting for money, so they don't need it. You can't approach them like that. Yeah, like Milwaukee Bucks. Like you take a Milwaukee Bucks, you got Giannis. You got the MVP, you got Giannis. Um, but if he wasn't on the team, then you're talking a different story. But at the end of the day, it's always about money. Yeah, like I said, as far as the players doing something, I don't think so because they already get paid enough. But as far as the referee doing something, I think there are times, without a doubt, that referees they have their own little personal desires. Maybe they're getting paid. Maybe they just like that team. Maybe they just like whatever. Um, but I've seen in baseball, I've seen in football, I've seen in basketball, I've seen umpires, referees, I've seen them take their hands into a game and change an outcome with their calls. Heck, if you guys are Illinois basketball fans, did you guys watch Illinois versus North Carolina in the championship game? Now, I know for a fact the referees cheated Illinois. I believe that 1,000%. I know for a fact the referees cheated Illinois so Roy Williams could get his little national championship at North Carolina. And I say that because what was it? James Augustine fouled out in 3 minutes in the game. Dude, the Big Ten is a bad. Every team is bad though. Like I said earlier, Gonzaga loses to St. Mary's. Wisconsin loses to Nebraska. Um, Duke gets blown out by North Carolina. Auburn was number one at one point in the season. Man, I'll tell it to anybody who wants to hear it. There's not one good team in college basketball. Not one. Not a single one. Every single team at best is average. Average at best. Not even at below average, really. When Coleman Hawkins hits a three, you've got a chance. Well, conference is like so. Like even with conference play, the referees of the league can say, "Who do we want representing us? Iowa State or Kansas?" Well, if you want more eyes, then you'll take Kansas. So, like I said, money. It's all about money. This is just a bad year of basketball. That's all it is. This is just a bad year of basketball. No one on Illinois' team has gotten better. Not one player. That's just bad coaching. That's bad player development. Dude, if you threw the '05 Illini team on in this year, I exaggerate not. I do not exaggerate. I promise you, Illinois '05 would win every single game they played by over 40 points. For a fact. For a fact. There's not a team in the country that would come within 40 points of that team. For a fact. And that would be something. Yeah, like I said, well, it's like I say, Illinois and Wisconsin will be tied for the Big Ten title, and they'll also be tied as the worst teams to win the Big Ten title. In the history of the Big Ten regular season champions, these two will be tied for one of the worst teams ever to win a Big Ten title. Because, man, dude, see, what you have here, you have a big problem. You have some players coming into a program believing the hype, thinking they're all that. They don't need to do too much. They don't need to work hard. They don't need to get better. And then so you just got all kind of problems, man. It's really hard to find a player who wants to come to college and actually wants to become a better player. You just don't see that too much. Like, you just don't see players coming in and desiring above all to become a better player. It's an epidemic, is what it is. And one thing about Illinois players don't get better, and that really bothers me. I mean, it really bothers me. Um, like, Trent Frazier is not a better player. Demonte Williams is not a better player. Jacob Granderson is not a better player. Alfonso Plummer is not a better player. Kofi is not a better player. That has to change. And if it doesn't change, Brad Underwood needs to be fired. Well, Nebraska at best, Nebraska will play hard, they'll compete, but the day Nebraska wins a Big Ten title in basketball, that will be the day that the Big Ten basketball just dies. It would have to have just a collapse of just it would just be such a disaster. That'd be like Nebraska winning the Big Ten would be like Penn State winning the Big Ten. That would mean Illinois, and Ohio State, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Iowa. Everyone went to hell. Yeah, Nebraska plays hard. So, like I said, if you play Nebraska and if you don't show up and play your best game, they'll beat you. That's one thing you can say. Well, that's a foul on Kofi. That's that's an obvious foul on Kofi. So, wow, nice touch by Coleman Hawkins. You see Coleman Hawkins do that, and you have to ask yourself, why don't you do that all the time? I don't understand this. How can you drive to the rim and show nice touch, but then you never do it again? That's what I just don't understand. Give it back to Coleman Hawkins and tell him to do it again. Give it to Coleman Hawkins and tell him to do it again. If I'm Illinois' team, if I'm his teammates, if I'm Illinois' teammates, I'm grabbing Coleman Hawkins by the shirt and I'm telling him, you need to do that every time. Every time you get the ball, you need to be aggressive like that every time. Man, Illinois basketball, what you'll notice is whenever an Illinois player gets the ball, they're very passive. They're not thinking about scoring. They're very timid, shy, scared. And I hate that. I want a basketball team that whoever gets the ball, they are an immediate threat to score. We go back to that '05 Illini team. We go back to that '05 Illini team. You could have, anytime any of those five players got the ball, all five of them were a threat to score. It was beautiful. That's basketball. That's the kind of basketball I want to see. Five players on the court who, whenever whoever gets the ball, they are immediately an offensive threat to score. Illinois is the opposite of that. They have players who get the ball. They're, like I said, scared, shy, timid, can't score. I hate it. I don't want that on my team. I mean, I hate it. All right, so big story. Trent Frazier has 2 points. The 5-year senior has 2 points. I hate to see it, man. I hate to see it. The good news is Andre Curbelo has 12 points, which for him, getting 12 points is, I mean, it's kind of a big deal for him. But anyway, I want Omar Payne to transfer. I want Coleman Hawkins to transfer. And we'll see Trent, Kofi, DeMonte, Alfonso, Jacob Granderson gone. And that's what I want to see. How many points is Bohannon? Bohannon has all zeros. He hasn't done anything. Nada. Just been Keegan Murray and Tony Perkins and Chris Murray. So Illinois with 10 turnovers. Nothing new with that. National Player of the Year. All them players are trash. That's a bad. That's a bad all. This is gonna be a bad. This is gonna be bad. The player who win awards. That's gonna be the worst. That's gonna be the worst All American team ever. Ever. I'm just gonna lay it out there. This will be the worst All American team ever. All right, Illinois got to hang on. Well, there's been a lot of players stealing scholarships for another year. That's for sure, man. Like I said, man, a lot of bad basketball, a lot of bad players, a lot of bad teams. And Kofi, how simple are you to get, like, Kofi? Sometimes Kofi's like a little child. Kofi at times is like a little child on the basketball court. It's like he's so easy to fool. Like you can give any kind of head fake, and Kofi will go for it. It's really sad when you think about it. It's like a little child, a little kid. It's like your big brother. You're a little kid. Your big brother pump fakes you or your dad. Like that's what happens to him. He's just so childish on the court sometimes. He just doesn't get it. Iowa missing free throws. How about Nebraska going to Wisconsin and winning? Something Illinois wishes they could do. That's just another turnover. That's all it is. Just another turnover in the books. Wow. Illinois never calls out picks. I'm sick and tired of it, dude. I'm sick of this, dude. I'm sick and tired. Illinois players do not call out picks. They refuse. They're so uh, I gotta go to Illinois and coach them up. I gotta coach up this team because I just don't like it. The players have to be aware of what's going on. They got to be communicating. You should be communicating on basketball. You should be telling pick, pick, pick. You should be engaged in the game. You should be very verbal. You got to help your teammates. You gotta be verbal. Let them know what's going on. Illinois players just stand there like they're just dumbfounded. They just don't talk. They'll just watch somebody pick their teammate and won't say anything about it. They'll just sit there. I can't stand it. I hate it. Trent Frazier can't buy a bucket, bro. Trent Frazier cannot buy a bucket. Oh, Kofi got a little block. Good job by Coleman Hawkins not to foul. That's number one. Dudes, I'm telling you right now, Illinois' season is going to end in misery. I'm telling you right now, Illinois will not make it out of the round of 32 in the NCAA tournament. I'm telling you right now. I wouldn't be shocked if Illinois lost their first game in the tournament, but I just don't see them advancing past 32 because Trent Frazier, he's just too inconsistent. I mean, you just can't count on him. And if Kofi gets shut down, then you really are screwed. Well, I hope I'm wrong, Spaghetti. I hope I am. I hope they make it past the round of 32. I believe me. I hope they do. I hope Illinois does. But I just got to go by what I see all year. I mean, can Trent Frazier score in the tournament? Can he all of a sudden become a constant scorer in the tournament? I know that just can't happen. You just got to go by what they've done all year and all year long. Just offensively, they're too inconsistent. They're not good. Well, Cabello just needs to stop turning the ball over. That would help his cause. They got 12 turnovers now. Well, I just don't want turnovers. I would teach my team to value the ball, and if you do turn the ball over, there would be punishment in practice. I would punish you for getting a turnover. So it would be in your mind not to turn the ball over. You'd be like, "Oh crap, I turned the ball over. Oh man, I turned the ball over. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm gonna get it." All right. Um. So, well, unfortunately, you can't hit people today, so you'd be fired. So, good old suicide line drills until you puke. That sounds good to me. Suicide line drills until you puke. That's your punishment. While you're while you're dribbling the ball, I want you to dribble the ball as you suicide line drill until you puke. I want you to think about turnovers and what they cost my team. Did he throw? He tried to throw that to. He tried to throw that to Cabello, didn't he? Yep, that's close, man. That's really close, though. Well, Coleman. First of all, Trent Frazier should have shot that, even though he would have missed it. That's number one. Well, all Iowa has to do is make a 3-pointer. Boys, I am hyped. I'm hyped for Illinois football. I want you guys to get hyped for Illinois football. Because Illinois football is on the come up. And it'll be about time, too. All right, Iowa's not giving up. They're not giving up. Well, they're going to end this game on a whimper. No, man, no. Illinois football, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, dude. They got coaching. They got coaching. Can be excited. Northwestern sucks. You kidding me? Illinois owns Illinois. Northwestern ain't nothing. No, man, Illinois in football last year, they showed a lot. They showed a lot, man. They had some nice wins. I said they were 4-5 in the conference without a quarterback. So you got to take that into account. Illinois was 4-5 in the Big Ten without a quarterback. They got a better quarterback this year. They got to upgrade. So I'm not saying they're going to win the Big Ten West next year, but what I'm saying is if it was a stock, I would be telling you to buy Illinois football stock. They got a defensive coordinator that is just you know you should be excited about the defensive coordinator. Oh, Illinois, Illinois, why Illinois? Don't lie to me. Just tell me why. Trent Frazier has had the kind of game tonight that should prove to everyone that Trent Frazier is the most overrated player in recent Illinois basketball history. But to making three free throws in a row when the game is on the line, that's not easy to do. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. There's not too many players that can walk up to the line with the game on the line and make three free throws. And Keegan Murray is proving right now. He's proving it. He's not that kind of player. When it matters the most, he can't make it happen. Game's not over though yet though. Illinois got to be strong with the ball. They got to make their free throws. Whoever gets this ball got to make. They have to make their free throws. Why would you call a timeout when they were wide open? What the? What the? Illinois is not number one, kids. I'm sorry to tell you. Anyway, Illinois football, they got to upgrade at the quarterback position because Brandon Peters was the most cowardly quarterback I ever seen in my life. Brandon Peters was the most cowardly quarterback I have ever seen in my life. He was terrible. And then who was the backup? He was even worse. But at least he tried, though. I'll give him credit for that. Whatever his name is, he sucks too really bad. So we have a quarterback that, compared to them two, is a huge upgrade compared to them two. So, but I'm excited for Illinois football, though. I haven't been excited about Illinois football since the mid 2000s when Ron Zook was buying players and Illinois went to the Rose Bowl because the Big Ten was down that year. And but it was good though. Tell you, Ron Zook couldn't coach, but he could definitely get some money into the hands of players. Yeah, dude, I truly am though, man. I really think that, man. I really believe Illinois football will be winning the Big Ten West. All right, DeMonte Williams. This is his fifth year here. Overall, an extremely disappointing career. Iowa giving Illinois all they want. Giving it to them all they want. If Illinois loses this game, dude, if Illinois loses this game, I don't want to hear anyone say anything positive about Illinois basketball again. Not this year. Now, like I said, Illinois can be better than Iowa and Wisconsin. Like I said, Brett Bielema. Like I said, they're getting there. I'm telling you, he's going to do it, man. I didn't think he could do it though. I didn't think Brett was going to come in here and really do something. But I tell you what, Brett Bielema he comes in. The offense sucked. What did Brett Bielema do? Brett Bielema fired the offensive coordinator after 1 year. After one season, he fired him. That proved to me that Brett Bielema wants to win. Like, he's not going to wait around. He's going to fire you and go forward. So that right there showed me that he's serious. And then the defensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator, his first season, he did tremendously good. And so what happens? He gets an extension already. So he's not messing around. He's trying to get this turned around quickly. Well, he just got to get big guys. He's getting big guys for the offensive line. Got to coach him up. All right, don't make a three, Iowa. Oh my gosh, Wisconsin almost made that three. Oh my gosh. This is the worst Illinois team ever to share a Big Ten title. I mean the worst, for a fact. No one can deny it. No one can tell me differently. This is the worst Big Ten team. Them and Wisconsin are tied. The worst Big Ten champions ever, maybe ever, in the conference history. Last year's Illinois team, last year, Illini would destroy this team by 30. Easily. This is a bad, bad team. And they're sharing the Big Ten title. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A bad team sharing the Big Ten title. Only this year in college basketball can it happen. Trent Frazier ends with 2 points. DeMonte outscores him by 5. Kofi 21 and 14. Corbello gets 14. Probably 14 points, 6 turnovers, and probably 6 turnovers, though. Elite 8. Man, I wish, dude. I wish. Honestly, I see them losing in the round of 32. In the round of 32, I can see Kofi scoring like 14 points, Trent Frazier scoring 2, Alfonso scoring 8, and then they get beat by 23. So with the bracket, all right, Illinois is going to have their handful. They're going to have their handful with Indiana or Michigan. And then you have to play Iowa. Well, I hope so, man. I hope you're right, man. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. But I will go on the record and say Illinois will not make it out of the round of 32. That's my official position. Without seeing the brackets, of course. But let me see the brackets. If the brackets play out where Illinois plays, if they play like, once the brackets get out, then I'll be able to see for sure. All right, we need big time recruits to come on down. Illinois loses the first game in the tournament. Honestly, honestly, I would not be shocked. Not when Trent Frazier scores 2 points a game. I wouldn't be shocked because remember, if say Illinois plays, and then Kofi, what if Kofi only scores 12 points, and then Trent scores two? Now you're screwed. Well, anyway, obviously, I hope that Illinois wins the national championship. I would cry. I would cry, and then I would make a video saying how Illinois is the worst national championship team ever. That's what I would be saying in my video. I would be crying tears of happiness while telling you they are the worst national championship team ever. And whoever wins it this year is going to go down as the worst national championship team ever. They will not be a good team. They will be a bad team who's going to win it all. "32. That's what I no, I said I don't see them getting out of the round of 32. That's what I said. That's my position. I think when they get to the round of 32, they don't make it out of there. That's what I think. Without seeing the brackets. So, all right, Kenosha, I want you to agree that what I'm saying is they will not make it out of the round of 32. They'll get to the 32 and they'll lose. That's what I believe is going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I believe because this team is that bad. Trent Frazier, dude. Trent Frazier. Horrible. Horrible. Just horrible. Where's the games at? Where can I go to games? Recent games. Um, 10 points against Penn State, 2 tonight. Where can I go to all the games? Let me go to all the games. This is what I'm talking about with him. This is Mr. Inconsistent, like I said. So this is Trent Frazier. All right? This is Trent Frazier. This is what I'm talking about. Trent Frazier. 12, 23, 0, 0, 7, 6, 18, 27, 9, 15, 5, 16, 29, 18, 16, 13, 16, 6, 7, 23, 2, 7, 11, 12, 12, 17, 10, and then 2. That's why, man, dude, you can watch any of my videos. All year long, I have been saying Trent Frazier is the most offensive inconsistent player on the team in the country. And I'm not just making this stuff up. Look at it for yourself. You don't know what Trent Frazier is going to do. You don't know what is going to happen. Trent Frazier might score 0. He might score 2. He might score 18. He scored over 20 points 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that's why I say you cannot count on Trent Frazier. You can't do it. You can't do it. And even Kofi. Where's Kofi at? I'll show you Kofi. Kofi can be shut down. This dude can get shut down. he's not too dang consistent either. He's more consistent than Trent Frazier. But you see Penn State holds him down to 11, but then he gets 27, then he gets 12, and then you look at some of the games. Purdue holds him to 10. So I'm concerned about. And then you look what happens when he gets held down. It's just not good for Illinois. So, but Trent Frazier though, you just can't count on the dude. You just can't. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't think Illinois is going to do much, man. Um, I just don't. Kofi, obviously, he's going to have to play huge. Andre Cabello turns the ball over too much. Trent Frazier offensively is too inconsistent. Jacob Granderson is hurt, and plus, even when he's healthy, you just don't know what you're going to get from the guy. Um, and then Plummer, you just don't know with Plummer. Um, you need Plummer to be good though. It really would help. It really would help if Plummer was good. Because Plummer, he'll drop 5. He'll go back to back 26. So look at Plummer. Look at Plummer. Look at this guy. This guy, he'll go off when he see that inconsistent. Look at those numbers. He'll drop 24 and then go 18, 11, 9, and 6. Then go 14, 2, then 19. He'll go from 19 down to 4, down to 8, and then go to 26 and 26 and then drop 5. And then this game, what did he drop? I don't know how many. What did he drop tonight? But that's Illinois. That's Illinois basketball, though. He drops 15 tonight. So you just don't know. You don't know what Trent Frazier's going to do. You don't know what Plummer's going to do. And how are you going to win in the tournament when you have players that you can't count on to score? Oh, if Io was on this team, forget about it, man. If Io was on this team, Illinois wins the championship because he would be the best player by far. By far, he would be the best player in the country. It's no doubt about it. Because but anyway, yep, it was a tight one. It was a tight one. Overall, pathetic from the 3-point line. That's been a trend. This is a bad trend for Illinois. Shooting pathetic from the 3-point line. And then rebounding, they got out rebounded. That's just laziness. That's just them being lazy rebounders. And this 11 turnover stuff, man. If you've been watching my videos, how many times have I told you about turnovers? I'm telling you, man, turnovers are a killer, especially in a tournament. When you're in a close game, every possession counts, and Illinois is dropping double-digit turnovers. You can't win in a tournament like that. You just can't. But anyway, Illinois wins. So what else can we say? All right, guys. What's next? Where are we going next with this? I guess we're going to the Big Ten tournament. All right. So when the Big Ten tournament bracket comes out and the games are scheduled, we'll go ahead and talk about who we think is going to make it. But I don't know. Congratulations to Illinois. Yep. He would have. But I am happy he's with the Bulls, though. I'm happy Io came to the Bulls, though. So I'll take it. I think him going to the I think him going to the Bulls was the best thing for him. So I'm very happy he's a Chicago Bull. And if the Chicago Bulls, which this has not been possible, if the Chicago Bulls could be healthy, which I know it's not possible, but my gosh, if if Chicago Bulls can be healthy, they are a threat. They are a threat. If they are healthy, but that's a big if. They haven't been healthy all year long, not one time. So I wouldn't hold my breath. But Chicago Bull basketball, if they get healthy, you got to watch them. That's a serious threat. So we'll see. Yeah, well, if Io would have went to any other team, I'd be like, mad about it. I'd be like that. But the fact he went to the Bulls, that makes it all right for me. Knowing he went to the Chicago Bulls, I can live with that. And he can make himself a fine career with the Chicago Bulls. So, but anyway, with people comparing, there are people who compare Trent Frazier to Io DeSumo. There are people who think he's better than him or equal to him. To those people, I say get off drugs. Drugs are bad. But all right, guys, I got to get going. But thanks for talking. It's always appreciated. Like I said, we'll get into it with the tournament brackets. And you guys have a good rest of your night. And I'll catch you guys next time. Illini, Big Ten champions. Who would have believed it? But here we are.